If you ruled the world, we've asked you to give us 5 things that you would have happen. Now, we understand that not all of them are entirely serious, but would you like to start with the 5th one and tell us what it is?
Yes, Mike, but I've got a few more than 5. But anyway, the first one is going to be, we're starting off on a really sort of dry, boring note. I'd like to reintroduce the values and ethos of empathy, care and kindness.
Good idea.
Across the world.
Yes.
And I think we lack that far too much.
Do you mean, as an important caveat here, do you mean genuine empathy and kindness as opposed to the kind of empathy and kindness that you signal on social media? So, I stand with Ukraine. I'm taking in a Ukrainian refugee. I'm brilliant, aren't I?
Although I haven't done that, actually. No. To be fair, Kevin, I haven't.
I'm trying to differentiate.
I mean genuine care and empathy. And that doesn't mean that you open your doors to everybody and you do everything that's nice. It means that you understand and appreciate people's situation and you take full account of that, and you've got to balance all of the pros and cons of something sensibly. And I don't feel that's going on in society. There are far too many people who are living in their own little world, who don't care about the impact they have on other people. They're not polite.
There is a definite lack of politeness, isn't there?
There is, and that's part of kindness.
Yeah.
Saying good morning to people is just a kind, polite thing to do, and it can brighten somebody's day.
But of course, now we're disencouraged from doing that in case it might be some kind of, microaggression or brackets hate crime
or interpreted
harassment
as some flirtation that's not wanted.
Heaven forbid.
But we need to really be a bit sensible about this. We need to bring back some kindness and politeness into society, and I don't mean it in a twee, artificial.
Not like the Labour Party
way.
then.
We need to feel it. We need to care about it.
Because the Labour Party say they care about everybody, but of course these are the same people. These are the same people who can't define what a woman is.
Mike, how many politicians really can, hand on heart, tell the country that they're in that job because they care about the impact that they have? They might enter politics with some idea that they can do some good things, but really, I mean, are they really empathetic, kind, caring people?
To be fair to Labour, they do like
Angela Rayner's quite empathetic. Angela Rayner.
They like to get together to discuss these issues. They're usually over a few beers and a curry late at night, illegally during lockdown.
Right, and then charge it to us.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it wasn't illegal, was it? Sorry, because if Labour break Partygate rules, that's impossible because they're saintly. You see,
indeed,
they're the lovely party.
Indeed, they are. They frame themselves as the nice people, even though they don't really care.
Now, the thing about your number 5 policy, if you ruled the world, it sounds good and it's to be encouraged, I would say, but you're going to encounter a few problems, aren't you?
I mean,
it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. And in fact, later on, we'll come to one. We come to one that may address this. Shall we go to that now?
4.
Oh, okay.
We're going out of order now.
Are we going out of order?
You see,
it doesn't make any sense.
He wants to take over the show. I think we should go.
Nothing makes any sense.
I think we should definitely go in order. So let's come back to it.
I think we should go 4.
Number 4.
Number 4. Oh, well, I'll tell you what. We'll make this number 4.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Problem
Thinking
solved.
on your feet. I like that. I like that.
So problem number 4, or solution number 4, and thing that I'd implement is I would like to send people who are insincere in politics, or people who stick their noses into politics and stir the pot for no good reason and don't have any solutions, often like footballers, pop stars, or people who disrupt the roads and what have you.
Gary Lineker.
Such as,
Gary Lineker.
I wasn't going to name names. He could be on the list. He could be on the list. Bob Geldof could be on the list. Gary Neville. Yeah, lots of people who could be on the list. And the Extinction Rebellion people who block the roads and don't think of anybody. So we're going back to the caring, kind community and so on. All of these people, I think we should send them to a colony on the moon.
Very good idea.
I think that's that solves the problem.
Without
they can block the roads up there. They can be rude to each other. They can be rude to each other as long as they want, and let the rest of us get on in a nice.
But I bet you most of these people would not be rude to anybody to their faces, but they're quite rude. On social media. I found this with a lot of people that you think who think they're going to be able to tell you what they think of you, but once they see you, they don't know how to do that. Well, they get very awkward.
They do, and I tweeted tonight that I was appearing on the show.
I bet you got a lot of abuse.
I did get some abuse, yes, and but I did get some lobbying as well. So there are things that the population want me to put forward to you as suggestions for policies.
We may well have time for that later on. Are they part of the 5? Or
well, no.
Have you been influenced by any outside influences?
No, but banning leaf blowers, for example.
That would be good.
But
leaf blowers, sorry to interrupt, they're really, really bad for the environment. But they belch out more pollution than an articulated lorry. When I lived in LA, because the Mexicans...
they got electric ones.
They just did it all the time on a 24/7 basis. It emerged that they're very, very un-environmental, and they're now banned in Los Angeles, but they are an obsession here.
Well, they're not electric though now.
No, they're bad for the environment.
Power stations.
Mostly they're
motorised. Are they?
Yeah.
Motorised. That's a violin, isn't it?
No, what do you mean by motorised?
Actually, I mean, when you start an engine like that. I don't know why I did that.
I'm presuming your lawnmower doesn't work too well.
I haven't done it very often.
It's more like self-harming there. All right, Henry, what's number 3?
Right, okay. The Cat and Custard Pot pub.
Yes.
Which is in Kent.
Right.
There's 2. There's one in Kent. I would ask them, as leader of the world, to bring back a food menu. It's important.
What do you mean, no food menu?
No food menu. It's a fabulous pub. I recommend it to everybody.
Where do they take the food away?
Where in Kent is it?
It's up near Hawkinge.
Okay.
And it's a place
I know Hawkinge. It's a lovely village.
Yeah. So Paddlesworth, and it's got all the World War II memorabilia. It's where the pilots from RAF Hawkinge in World War II went.
Battle of Britain.
Yeah. So it's a great little pub. But they stopped doing food.
Why?
At the end of the lockdown, they didn't bring the food back. They brought the beer back, but not the food. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's incredibly important to the world, and I think that should be done. So that's another solution there.
Okay.
So that one's passed.
That's number 3.
Okay. Right. I've now lost order here, but anyway.
Well, what do we get to? 3.
Number 2 now.
Number 2. Right. The other thing is that, going back to slightly serious things, I would require strategic acumen and an ethos of serving the people to be brought into the selection for all parliamentarians, all local government councillors, and all civil servants. I don't think they've got it. They can't connect different things in different silos. We've got a total lack of strategic sort of vision across government, local and national government, and across the civil service. We've got lots of people who are very busy, lots of capable people, but they're not.
There's a lot of people working from home as well.
There are.
And that's not good, in my view.
I mean, if you look at the figures, I can't remember them now, but something like 46% of the Foreign Office don't work from the office.
No.
We've got a war on. We're dealing with trade agreements and all the rest of it.
Well,
they're working from home.
If you remember, Rob Rinder went out to Poland at the beginning of the sort of refugee crisis, and the British embassy in whichever city he was in, I don't think it was Krakow, but it was somewhere quite big in Poland. There was nobody in it because they were working from home in Poland.
Indeed.
So Andrew Bailey, the governor of the Bank of England, was in parliamentary committee.
They're all at home as well.
So, being lambasted for not handling the inflation situation very well, not predicting it accurately, leaving the country in a mess. Right. And he said, well, it's been very, very difficult. We've had so many difficult circumstances. Wasn't really our fault. I'll tell you what would be a good idea, Andrew. Get the staff into work.
Absolutely.
It turns out that nearly all of them are working from home.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. I mean, the fact of the matter is that people get up, make a cup of tea, make a cup of coffee, take the kids.
It's a delusion. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Now we've only got a minute left.
Have we? Oh, right.
So number 1.
Okay, number 1. And I think this is really big.
Yeah.
I think that we should have a celebration of Great Britain and Northern Ireland every year.
Right.
We should have a festival whereby, and it rotates around England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and we have a festival 4 days long, and we celebrate the strengths of each one of those nations in the overall...
4 days long?
Well,
why not? Why not? Like bank holidays in a row?
Well, we could reduce it to 2 and have half a day. But But I think the point is that we should start celebrating the fact that we're not all different. Whatever our sexuality, our religion, our ethnicity, or whatever, we are all different, but we all live in these islands.
Yes.
These are the islands.
It's like celebrating ourselves.
Yeah, it is. And because we've lifted off this collective uniting entity, the Great Britain, because for so long it was politically incorrect to talk about Great Britain and whatever, and fly the Union Jack. Well, because we've lifted that off, everybody's now we're fractured. We've got all these different identities. Okay. And we've got to stop working.
Well, listen, these are 5 great things. These will keep us going for a while because we'll debate them all. Henry Bolton, thank you very much indeed. He is, of course, the former head of UKIP, and now with another organisation which we didn't get to talk about, but we're out.